What's going on, bottom line viewers? It's Mitch here to let you know that Mac Jones is ready for a revenge season in 2023. 2023 is going to be about the rise of the Patriots once again. I strongly believe, as a Pats fan, that the New England Patriots will be back in contention in 2023. And it all begins with their franchise quarterback. Yes, I said it. Franchise quarterback who will become a star, a stud in the NFL very soon as 2023. This video is all about defending Mac Jones. This video is about why I believe in Mac Jones as the quarterback of the Patriots for 2023 and beyond. Let me know if you believe in Mac Jones in the comment section below. If you're live and you want to make sure that your comment is heard, please do super chat. That's the only way. Otherwise, I just have to really love your comment, okay? But it's fee season, everybody. It's fee season. That's what Tom Brady once said in 2016, and that's the mantra, the motto for Mac Jones in 2023. Fee season. F 'em all. That's what it's all about in 2023, and I believe Mac Jones is going to prove everybody wrong in 2023. It does appear, I don't know if you guys have been checking it out or seeing it on social media, but Mac Jones has been working pretty hard, and he's ready to go. He's excited for Bill O'Brien, a new offensive coordinator in the house, calling plays, a real mature offensive mind that actually knows what he's doing. Oh my goodness, this is a change of the game. This is a game changer for the Patriots and Mac Jones. Because last year in 2022, we completely did not get to see what his sophomore campaign could have been. And more on his sophomore campaign in just a little bit, and actually it being better than people think. But 2022 is completely stolen from Mac Jones, the fingertips of Mac Jones, because he had to deal with dummy number one, Joe Judge, as his quarterback coach, and dummy number two, Matt Patricia, who did absolute damage to the psyche of the young quarterback and the offense. So much so that Mac Jones literally wanted to scream at him every single game about how bad the offense was. We witnessed a quarterback, a young quarterback, this rarely happens, get mad because he actually believed that he knew more about offense than his offensive coordinator. That's not a good thing. I don't know if you know that, but that's not a good thing. Here's the thing about that, though. A lot of people were criticizing Mac Jones about that. But you know what I haven't heard? I haven't heard a single Patriot player come to say anything negative about Mac Jones. All I've heard from Patriot players is positive. I've heard Matt Judon say that we believe in him. He's our leader. He's our guy. I've heard all these Patriots come out of the woodwork to support Mac Jones. I have not heard a single Patriot player or opponent for that matter. There were even opponents. This has been so widespread and so discussed across the NFL that there were opponents of the Patriots that were like, yeah, that Mac Jones guy, he's getting absolutely screwed over there. Like, we really liked what he did in his rookie season. There was one player that played the Patriots in 2021 who said they've never seen a quarterback see the things that Mac Jones sees as a young player, as a rookie quarterback. And that's exactly the point. Mac Jones in 2022 was stripped of his superpowers. He was stripped of everything that made Mac Jones a high-end prospect out of Alabama, a record-setting college player, and a really good rookie quarterback. He was stripped of the ability to read a defense pre-snap, be able to audible, get to things that he wants to get to. He was stripped of a complicated offensive scheme that could really attack different coverages and different defenses at a high level. He was stripped of the intellect. He was stripped of the brain power to I think the biggest area he was hurt was the ability to have the answers at the line of scrimmage in protection. I don't know if you guys know this, but one of the major things about the Patriots offense over the years has been that the quarterback, this is different from a lot of teams, but the quarterback in New England has always been responsible for calling protections. Okay? So what happened last year was Matt Patricia, running the offense and the offensive line, wanted to simplify things. And in doing so, he completely ruined the offensive line and therefore ruined the offense. And Mac Jones, when he got to the line of scrimmage, had no answers because he's a young quarterback and he wasn't tutored, he wasn't coached up on what to do if this team brings this blitz and this team pressures this way. He didn't know what to do because his coordinator's an idiot. So we get back to Bill O'Brien, who's one of the best in this area. He's a very good teacher, and he was in New England before. They're going to get back to this stuff, and Mac Jones is going to have the answers. And that's what a quarterback like Mac Jones is all about, having the answers. Having the answers in protection, having the answers against certain coverages, knowing where to go with the football before he even has to throw the football. That's what made Mac Jones special. That's why he was my favorite quarterback in the 2021 NFL draft. And I believe we're going to get that Mac Jones to a higher level in 2023, guys. Because Mac Jones is all about accuracy, precision, and intelligence. And in 2022, he had none of those things because the offense itself wasn't precise. The offense was a disaster. The offense was a flaming hot trash can. Okay? Now, let's get to and remind people what Mac Jones was able to do as a rookie quarterback. These are all-time rookie numbers. He ranks second all-time in rookie completion percentage, fifth in rookie yardage, sixth in rookie touchdowns, fourth in interceptions, fourth in passer rating. Let's continue. Mac Jones was legitimately, as a rookie, a top 12 quarterback in the NFL, according to many metrics. 11th in PFF grade, 14th in big time throw percentage, 6th in turnover worthy play percentage, 8th in success rate, 11th in EPA, 13th in intended air yards per attempt. 7th in time to throw, 5th in pressure grade, 8th in dropback grade, 5th in offensive DVOA, 10th in pass DVOA, 12th in Football Outsiders' main metric for determining value of the quarterback position, DYAR. Across the board, Mac Jones was a legit top 12 quarterback as a rookie with mediocre receivers, an okay running game, and a pretty good offensive line. So what changed in 2022 besides Matt Patricia? Well, the biggest area where Matt Patricia absolutely ruined this team was not just the play calling, not just the answers, which also hurt this area, but it was the offensive line. The offensive line of the New England Patriots was really bad last year in comparison to the year before. And this hurt the offense in a number of ways. So last year, 2021, they ranked 9th in adjusted line yards, which helps the running game. 8th in sack rate, 10th in pass block grade, 8th in run block grade, 4th in pressures allowed, 4th in pass blocking efficiency. Now, quarterbacks do help and hurt these things. I believe that sacks are also a quarterback stat, so that is big. If you look at a Tom Brady, a Peyton Manning, a Dan Marino, a Drew Brees, sacks are quarterback stats as well. But adjusted line yards, 19th, all the way down 10 spots. 24th in sack rate from 8th the year before. 12th in pass block grade. 20th in run block grade. 11th in pressure rate. 15th in pass block win rate. The talent of the offensive line was not the problem. It was the coaching, and it was coached by Matt Patricia, who was not only calling the plays and the offensive coordinator, he was also the damn offensive line coach. So why is that so important? Because Mac Jones last year, if there was an area where Mac Jones was a disaster, and this is the area where everyone was mad at Mac Jones, his ability under pressure was putrid last year. And it's because the offensive line couldn't hold up, his receivers couldn't win fast enough because his receivers aren't great, and he didn't have the answers at the line of scrimmage to determine where the pressure was coming from because his offensive coordinator is a dumbass. So he ranked 31st out of 32 quarterbacks against pressure. He was bad against pressure, and it was because of the environment that he was in. It was not because of Mac Jones. It was because of the environment. The only quarterback that was worse was Zach Wilson. But that was mostly because Zach Wilson just runs around in circles. Mac Jones doesn't run around in circles. He tries to get rid of the football. Okay? So why is this so crucial? Why is this so crucial? Because if you're going to look into 2022 and give reason for optimism for Mac Jones entering 2023, beyond what he did as a rookie under Josh McDaniels, there are a lot of good things that Mac did when he was kept clean. When Mac Jones was kept clean, aka he had time, Mac Jones was not only good, he was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Looking at these statistics, Mac Jones ranked 5th in PFF grade when kept clean. Now, before we get to all these stats, being kept clean, if you guys don't know this, you can look it up on Google, you can look videos up. This is the most stable metric in the NFL. So when passers are good, when they're kept clean and they have time, they're good. That's pretty much what it is, because pressure rates and pressure stats fluctuate from year to year. They go up, they go down, they go sideways, okay? A quarterback can be good against pressure one year and not so good against pressure the next year, because if you're calculating it via stats, a quarterback could throw an interception on one play or a touchdown on one play based on the blitz that gets there or doesn't get there. Understand what I mean? So pressure stats are a little bit more all over the place. If you look at somebody like Dak Prescott, he's had seasons where he's top 5 against pressure. He's had seasons where he's 19th, 20th against pressure. Derek Carr has been literally all over the map, a roller coaster against pressure his entire career. There are some quarterbacks that are pretty much always good against pressure, but it's not as stable as being kept clean is. Okay, so when you have time to throw the football, are you good? There are some quarterbacks that aren't good even with time. And those quarterbacks are usually the guys that don't have good mechanics, are not accurate, and don't make good decisions. AKA, a reason I wanted Mac Jones over Trey Lance is because Mac Jones was accurate, precise, and had good mechanics. Trey Lance, not so sure. That's why I'm not sold on a Trey Lance. But when you look at Mac Jones, when kept clean, 5th in PFF grade. Okay, the guys above him when kept clean are the elite quarterbacks in the NFL, which justifies what I mean with the kept clean stats, right? The best quarterbacks in the NFL. Joe Burrow was 1st, Mahomes was 2nd, Jalen Hurts was 3rd, Trevor Lawrence was 4th in PFF grade when kept clean. Okay, Mac Jones was 5th, right? And considering he had the worst offensive coordinator in the NFL, a bad offensive line, and a mediocre receiving core, that's pretty good. Now, on top of that, when kept clean, he had the 2nd best big-time throw percentage in the NFL, only behind Josh Mother effing Allen, okay? He had the 2nd most big-time throws, which means excellent ball location and timing, generally thrown further down the field or in a tight window. He was the 2nd best quarterback in big-time throws. He was the best quarterback at not turning the ball over when kept clean. Number 1 in the NFL with under a 1% chance of a turnover-worthy throw, which means he doesn't put the ball in jeopardy. His average depth of target was 8th. His yards per attempt was 10th, and his completion percentage was 10th. Which was about average, given the sample. So, and this was mostly a short yardage attack. If you remember, New England was going through this whole streak of just throwing screen pass after screen pass. That was the result of yards per attempt and ADOT. On top of that, yards per attempt, if you guys have actually looked into yards per attempt as of late, this is something you can do on your own, but yards per attempt is heavily reliant on yards after catch. If you look at an offense like Jimmy Garoppolo with the Niners or even Brock Purdy with the Niners, it's not a coincidence that the Niners have a high yards per attempt, and also Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, Kyle Shanahan. And if you look at Tua's numbers in yards per attempt, you would see a huge drastic change between Tua of last year and Tua of this year. Well, it helps to have Tyreek Hill. I don't know. Maybe it does. So New England doesn't really have yards after catch players, right? This is a reason I don't really want them. As much as I like him, I don't really want them to pay Jakobi Meyers, because I feel like they need guys that can make something out of nothing. When they get a 5-yard slant, they can create it into 15 like a Deebo can, like somebody like that can, right? So that is so crucial to these numbers as well. So remember that. Mac Jones could definitely use help this offseason. I'm not saying he's a perfect prospect, a perfect quarterback. He's going to be great no matter what. Obviously, situation matters for quarterbacks, especially young quarterbacks. And as we can see, when Mac Jones was able to play with time and play within a structure, he was very, very, very good. Okay? And that was without upper echelon receivers, without a good offensive coordinator or a good scheme. And as we saw closer to the end of the year, he was very good at the last 3 games or so. And you look at that Bills game, it's not a coincidence that he threw for over 300 yards once the team finally started to call play action plays, which is also something that I don't have numbers for, but they just never really called those plays. I don't know why. Again, the season didn't make any sense. I mean, Jakobi Meyers threw the ball backwards to Chandler Jones. That's all I really got to say about the New England Patriots in 2022. But I believe in Mac Jones. I believe that with Bill O'Brien and a new offensive line coach, Adrian Clem, that his offensive line will be better, his protection will be better, his run game is going to be better as well, which helps stimulate the play action game where Mac Jones is very successful and adds, extra protection for him to throw when clean. And when he is clean, he's going to have more answers to the test when it comes to picking up pressure. This has nothing to do with adding any extra weapons whatsoever. I believe they will, but I think if they do and they give him a number 1 target, you're going to see his numbers and his career skyrocket. Because we look at these pocket passers that are precise and accurate. Just take a Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's argued to be one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL. But Joe Burrow also has Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd. Okay, would his numbers be the same with Jakobi Meyers, Kendrick Bourne, and Devontae Parker? I don't necessarily think so. Maybe that's a hot take. I don't know. But I think you get him one weapon. You got Bill O'Brien. He's a mature, good offensive coordinator who will get that guy going, because I think they're going to put him more in empty. I think he's going to be able to work the quick passing game. I think they're going to utilize more tempo, more play action, all things that Mac Jones is good at. And hopefully some RPO stuff from Alabama, which I think is part of the reason Bill O'Brien is in here, because Mac was very good at that at Alabama. And I think everything that everybody has been criticizing Mac for has just been plain incorrect. I think all the faults of Mac Jones have been faults of the New England Patriots. And I know that's hard to digest and hard to swallow, but that was also the case with Cam Newton and Tom Brady. When you look at the Patriots since 2019, they have not supported their quarterbacks with good stuff. I mean, I would say that McDaniels did a good job with the offense in 2021, but I mean, you look at the Cam Newton year, he didn't really have any help, as bad as he was at the end of his career. Tom Brady left New England, went to Tampa and threw 40 touchdowns and won the Super Bowl. So, I mean, that could just lead you to your own conclusions there. It's not hard, guys. Just do your own research. I believe the same is going to happen here for Mac Jones, but it's going to happen in New England. They got him the help he needs. Coaching wise, I think they will get him a player or two to help him from a player perspective, and I think he's going to take off in 2023 because I know that he's one of the most accurate quarterbacks in football, and I believe that he will be one of the best distributors of the football in 2023. Given this evidence, I think that the Patriots offense is going to be much better next year, and I think they're going to be one of the better ones that surprises a lot of people next year. I think this team is going to be a good team next year. This is the first of many Patriots videos I'll be making this offseason, but I just wanted to get this off my chest because I'm tired of the Mac Jones hate. It's time to believe. I believe that Mac Jones is the future. I hope you do too. That's all I gotta say. Gronk, spike the like button, man. Subscribe if you haven't already. More videos coming out. I'm trying to push another video out tonight about the Seattle Seahawks, so I hope you guys check that out. And check out the rest of the content this offseason, man. Trying to put out a bunch of videos. Thanks so much for watching. It's Mitch. Peace. Go Pats, baby.